Don't let these tears fool you. There's all dog around this mug. I'm good.
Hey, what's going on, Who Dat Nation? It is yours truly, TJ Jones. And yes, I am the host of the State of the Saints podcast. Thank you so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. First and foremost, I want to apologize for being late. Got a late start. I was trying to do some last minute editing and kind of ran out of time. So I do apologize for that, but I thank everyone for their patience. Anybody knows me knows I hate being late. I just wanted to put that out there. I understand that you all time is very, very valuable. So I do apologize for that in advance. All right. But anyway, thank you all so much for checking out the State of the Saints podcast, where we talk New Orleans Saints. And on this edition, we're going to be talking about Saints head coach Dennis Allen. I didn't get a chance to do a show on yesterday. I actually did a show on HNSN. I'm asking people to make sure you download the HNSN app. The State of the Saints podcast is available on there every Wednesday. Okay. It's not the same show that you see here on YouTube. It's a completely different show. So download the HNSN app if you want to check out the State of the Saints podcast on Wednesdays. But all in all, I didn't get an opportunity to actually talk on this channel about Dennis Allen in a press conference that took place. And had a lot of Saints fans very, very up in arms, very, very angry, at some of the things that took place. I got a few of these sound bites here. These clips are from NewOrleansSaints.com. NewOrleansSaints.com. All right. So these clips have head coach Dennis Allen talking a little bit about the offense. I think everybody kind of understands that the offense leaves a lot to be desired. We all are probably on the same page. We feel like Pete Carmichael is a dead man coaching. The fact that the New Orleans Saints are in denial about this is completely laughable and just shows the incompetence of this coaching staff. But we got some sound bites here from head coach Dennis Allen, and he talked a little bit about the offense. Check it out.
No, we won't make any coaching changes.
My bad. This soundbite right here is, I want to say, Ed Daniels, legendary sportscaster Ed Daniels, asks head coach Dennis Allen, will the Saints make any coaching changes when it comes to the offense? Now take a look.
No, we won't make any coaching changes. I don't think I've never seen that to be the right answer, particularly when you're 4 games into the season. And yet we have to be better. And I understand everybody's frustration, and believe me, everybody in this building's frustrated with it, because we have to find ways to put more points on the board.
My goodness, man. So they're not going to make any coaching changes. My question is, this is my question, Who Dat Nation, and I'm pretty sure you have the same question as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Pete Carmichael has been the sole play caller for 21 games. Something like that, right? Last year, the New Orleans Saints averaged 19 points a game. And it didn't matter if it was Jameis Winston. It didn't matter if it was Andy Dalton. Hell, it didn't matter if it was Taysom Hill or any other quarterback that came in. They looked pedestrian as hell. You averaged 19 points a game, 24th ranked in 2022. Then you double down on the foolishness and you bring back Pete Carmichael, right? This time, You didn't have any limitations when it comes to the wide receiver position. There was no Marquez Callaway and Traquan Smith trying to make these boys look like superstars. You got an all-pro in Michael Thomas, a potential all-pro in Chris Olave. You have an all-pro, especially when it comes to special teams, in Rashid Shaheed. You got Jawan Johnson. You got Foster Monroe. You got Alvin Kamara. So you got all of these great players around you, and you only can muster up 15 points per game, generating only 9 points the last time we saw them, and yet they are still trying to convince the masses, trying to roll out trying to make us believe that this dude can actually right the ship. I don't like who that nation. I don't know who's really calling the shots here. Like, seriously, I'm wondering to myself, is Dennis Allen really calling the shots? I'm wondering to myself, is this like one of those Jerry Jones situations? Y'all know what I'm talking about, man, where Jerry Jones is the one pulling the strings, but the coaches are like the puppet masters. Like, is Mickey Loomis the reason why he doesn't want to make this change? Is it because Dennis Allen hasn't done enough as a head coach to have enough cachet like a Sean Payton where he can just jump in and say, no, I think we need to go in a different direction? I'm wondering to myself, because why would a guy stand up in front of the podium for 10 minutes strong and try to convince people who have a 21 game sample size about Pete Carmichael, or what my new name I like to call him, Pete Slawmichael? They're trying to convince us that this guy has what it takes to right the ship. Now, who that nation? In the chat. Or even if you're not in the chat, how many people believe that Pete Carmichael can right the ship after 21 offensive play calling appearances solely? Nobody is buying what you're selling. You have to be a complete idiot. Seriously, you got to be a complete idiot to think that anybody believes what you're trying to sell them. I got to tell you, who that nation, if I didn't do this show, I wouldn't give a damn what Dennis Allen has to say. Like, seriously, it's almost like how a kid don't like beets. Like, you try to feed beets to the kid and they don't taste good. That's what it feels like every time I have to subject myself to looking at what Dennis Allen has to say, because the guy has no swag. The guy has no confidence. Like, it's like, I don't understand it. And if you look, I have another clip. This is from a guy who I wish the New Orleans Saints had a head coach like. This is Mike Tomlin after a tough loss versus the Houston Texans. The question was asked to Mike Tomlin, is he considering any changes? Listen to Mike Tomlin and tell me you wish you didn't have a coach like this.
Regarding hell yeah, we got to make some changes, man. That was an ugly product we put out there today, and so we're not going to do the same things and hope for a different outcome. What those changes are, man, we'll put together a plan in preparation this week.
All right.
Okay.
That is a real coach. That is a man's man. That is a guy that you want to run through a wall for. Dennis Allen can really learn something from Mike Tomlin, right? He's not around here sugarcoating anything. He's not around here trying to make things fluffy. He's not trying to appease the one side of the football. Y'all ever notice, like, honestly, have you ever noticed when it comes to the defense, Dennis Allen is really critical about his defense? Go back and look at some of the things and the questions that are asked regarding the defense and how aggressive he is when it comes to that, but how lackadaisical and how passive he is when it comes to the offense. You're not a defensive coordinator, dude. You are a head coach. Your job is to call out imperfections. Your job is to try to fix said said issues. That's what your job is. And for some apparent reason, this dude did not get the memo. But yet we're supposed to sit up here and believe that Dennis Allen has what it takes to right the ship. Hells to the no. You know it, and I know it. But honestly, at this point, who that nation? I don't care. I don't care. I hope that he does whatever the hell he wants to do, whatever he feels like is necessary, because we know it's going to fall flat, and we know that eventually the inevitable is going to happen, which is his ass getting tossed up out of here. It's just that simple. Now, Mickey Loomis and them can play around with Saints fans if they want to. They can try to get some of the members of the media to try to put people to sleep. They can try to have these people coming out here with these conservative ass columns, trying to make people believe that this team is actually good, that they actually have a coach that's competent, that they actually have an offensive coordinator that is capable of making some moves and making some changes. But let's just be honest about this, people. We are not morons. And it's going to take Saints fans all over the Gulf Coast, all over the country, to stop coming to these games and keeping their money in their pockets, because that is the only way things are going to change. Because they feel, I don't care what anybody says, they feel like you love the New Orleans Saints so much that no matter what product they put out on the field, you're going to be spending your hard-earned money to go to the Caesars Superdome to watch these boys look like straight up 100% slaw. They think you're morons. They got to, because there is no way that you look at Pete Carmichael with his conservative play calling tail and think that he's going to fix anything. I'm serious, man. This is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And I just can't wait. I'm serious. I cannot wait till these two losers get the hell out of here. I'm serious. I cannot wait. Let them do what they do, because we know eventually you're going to fall flat on your face. Yeah, they probably play better, and I already conceded to this. They'll probably play better week 5. Hell, they might even win, and they'll probably make some of the Saints fans fall asleep, and you'll probably have some Saints fans that's clamoring at calling the show, talking about, oh, TJ, you said something about Dennis Allen. What now? What now? We know that whatever they put out is not going to be consistent. We know it. So they can win all they want to. That's fine. But we only know the reason why they put in that effort towards winning football games is because they are feeling depression. And I'd rather have a coach that burns the midnight oil and tries to find solutions to problems where I ain't have to be having a show where I'm calling you a loser. And we all know that Dennis Allen and Pete Slawmichael are losers. But let me go ahead and go to the comments here. Let's go to the comments. Read some of your comments here. Oh yeah, and I have to mention this, folks. Coming up at 9:30, I'm going to be going over to the NFC South versus the NFL channel. Going to be talking about the first half of the season with my guys Mike and DJ. Good friends to the show, man. They've been on here a couple times, of course. DJ, a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. My guy Mike, Carolina Panthers fan. And I enjoy doing content with those guys, man. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to put the link down in the chat here. Make sure that you all hit that link, and that, well, I don't think I'll put the link down in the chat, but not the link. But let me go ahead and put the channel down in the chat. Let me put the channel down in the chat here. I got to delete that. I got to delete that because that's actually let me make sure I delete that. I apologize, folks. That link actually goes directly to, I guess, for me to be on. But I'm going to go ahead and find the channel. And anybody that subscribed to the NFC South versus NFL, if you can put that link down in the chat for me, because it's going to probably take me some time, and I'm trying to read comments and multitask. So if anybody's like a part of NFC South versus NFL, please put the link in the chat here. But I want to go ahead and read some of your comments. I apologize, man. I'm like all over the place right now. Let's see. Every Sunday is a disappointment. He definitely is. Preach. Let's see. I'm not spending another dime on anything. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at this particular point. Let me see if I can find the NFC South versus the NFL. But let me see. I'll take a few phone calls in the meantime. What y'all think about the press conference? Just let me know. So I'll go ahead and put the link down in there. If you have something to say, you want to talk about the press conference, you want to talk about anything else, feel free to do so. Feel free to do so, man. This is pretty bad, man. Seriously, this is pretty bad, man. When you have a coach that, man, just absolutely, just you don't get anything from nothing, absolutely, positively nothing. You don't get anything from these guys. But let me go ahead. Let's go to Chosen. Chosen, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, man. It's been a minute. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing all right, man. What you got for us?
Oh, man, I wasn't going to stay long. I just wanted to chime on something that I noticed after today, man, and watching all the press conferences. It's like somebody said, man, it's like a machine. It's the same thing we heard over and over. It sounds predetermined. It's vanilla. It's cliche, and there's no accountability, bro. Like, and you can see, I heard Derek Carr talking, bro. It just seemed like he just sounded like he just going with the flow. I mean, but you got to think about it, man. Your coaches is not taking accountability. Your coaches is not laying the wood. Your coaches is not, it's not, roughing the feather. So I can't expect him to have a roughing the feather mentality. These dudes,
Right.
only person who kind of look like they got that mindset going right now and is on display is Alvin Kamara. But you could tell Alvin Kamara wants some things to go down because he built different. You know what I'm saying? That man not used to that. Like he said, I'm not used to losing. You can see that he meant, and you can see what that was directed towards. But everybody else, you know what I'm saying? You got Derek Carr, man. He humping his shoulders. Oh, we can't be better. We just got to be better, and we will be better. I'm tired of hearing that. Show me. Dennis Allen. I don't think that's the right move. That's cap, man. Like and Pete Carmichael, he just fall in whether he fall in. But there's no accountability from the head, so I don't expect the top to want some accountability and to light a fire, because these are not light fire, you know what I'm saying, light fire kind of guys. It just pretty much is what it is with them. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get nowhere with no organization. Somebody they like you said, too many nice guys. Everybody's scared to make a mistake. Everybody's conservative. The coaching is conservative. The play calling is conservative, and the accountability is conservative. All we keep saying is we're gonna get better, man. How long we been hearing that, bro? Show us. They got teams doing it all the time. Everybody around us doing it. And TJ, like you said, bro, like we got all these different quarterbacks, and it's like we going down and down. What's the common denominator, man? Dennis Allen and Pete Carmichael. We are actually getting better talent-wise on paper the last 3 years, but it's been a decrease in production. Like, how do you get more gadgets and more equipment, but you're producing less and less and less? Like, it don't make sense. And we do this every year. Like, they'll say something, like you said, they'll light a spark. Well, not this time. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. What that man say, TJ? You fooled me, well, I can't be fooled again.
For real. Can't fool me again.
Yeah, like, it's like, bro, it's like they try to tell us what we want to hear. And like you say, I know it's going to happen. All eyes on Pete Carmichael. He going to put together probably an awesome game plan. We probably put up 30 some points, bro. We might hit 30 or high 20s. And then next week is gonna fade away. You know why? Because his foot ain't to the fire. We shouldn't have to have no pussyfooting coach. We shouldn't have to hold your hand and do your damn job. Do your job, even if that's what you wanted or not wanted, bro. You a grown ass man. Do your job. Dennis Allen, do your job. It shouldn't have to wait for us to put the spotlight on you to do your job. You're supposed to do your job when we're not around. You're not a kid.
That's my Chosen. That's my whole point. I'm like, I don't believe anything these dudes talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like your child just acting well behaved because you're around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they know, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you act up, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna get punished, right? But when they're away from you, you know what I'm saying, they acting a plum fool. I mean, that's just how it works, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody is holding these boys accountable right now. So they feel they in their feelings. We gotta fix this, we gotta clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Captain clean up himself. Dennis Allen wants to come through and man, we gotta make some changes. And like I said, man, it's not consistent because it's not going to be consistent at all. Like, come on, man.
It's only because
it's a joke. Absolute joke, dude.
Just like when women tell some men, "Oh, you're not sorry. You're only sorry because you got caught, or you only doing this because I brought it to your attention." Like, you only doing it. It's not because you want to get better. You doing that because I'm getting on your behind about it. I shouldn't have to get on you to do things you're supposed to do. That's just like you say when you tell kids. I shouldn't have to tell you to make your bed up, clean your room, do whatever. I shouldn't have to stand right there. You're supposed to take accountability. You're supposed to take the initiative and do it yourself. You're an adult. Be responsible. That's your job. I shouldn't have to hold your hand. But that's all I got, man. But like I said, we could talk about this till we turn blue in the face. That you can't expect somebody to change something overnight or one season. If that's how you've been the last 15 plus years, that's just who you are.
You are who you are.
You are who you are, and we just gotta accept it. So bring in some other guys, and if nothing changed, we have to start looking higher. We do like somebody said on the last show. We might start looking at the general manager. We might start looking at the owner, but like if something has to happen, bro. Like a change definitely be made. Pete Carmichael, bro, he's capped. I don't think he believes the crap he says. It's so capped, bro. Like you can tell it come off as cap. It's like you roll your eyes every time it's his time to respond to a question. It's like, bro, what you everything coming out your mouth is a lie. Like, bro, we don't believe you. Like, we don't believe you.
I ain't buying, bro. I ain't buying none of these boys selling. Like, I'm serious, man. I'm in countdown mode right now, Chosen. Like, seriously, like let these boys feel and do what they feel like is necessary, because we both know that all, like, Dennis Allen is a joke. Pete Carmichael or Pete Slawmichael is a joke. Like, both of them jokes. So I mean, we know that it's inevitable. Like, they're not going to be able to sustain the level of success. And yeah, you probably have Mickey Loomis, because the Saints, to me, are a team that looks at optics, like how things look, right? I'm not going to fire Dennis Allen. Not that he's not a good coach, but I just want to show that this organization has stability. Oh, what a joke. Like, seriously, you rather set your team back 2-3 years with this fool than to go out here and try to find somebody else that might, make your team successful. If that's the case, then you need to go too.
Right. And one more thing before I go, bro. Another thing I noticed, too many emotions involved. I hear Derek call, "Oh, we love Pete Carmichael." Man, what's love got to do with it?
Man, for real. Tina Turner. Yeah.
I can love you from a distance. Like, what love got to? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody love Pete Carmichael, but I'm not loving the job he doing. Like, it's not personal. At the end of the day, it's business. I think these guys got it too personal. It became to the point to where they let these personal relationships then got in the way of business that need to be handled, and you can't do that, bro. Like, we love Pete Carmichael. Like, it's not nobody never said you didn't love him, but he's not producing. So but that's all I got, bro.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it, Chosen, man. Call back anytime, man.
All right, bro. I got you.
Yeah, man. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke right now. I mean, it's pointless. Like I said, man, I wouldn't even listen to this dude if I didn't have to. Like, I mean, I got to know what's going on because I do the State of the Saints and I'm a Saints fan. But I mean, this is a joke. Like, this is like an absolute bona fide certified joke. Like, anybody is around here that want to like try to give this thing a chance, I'm gonna put it into perspective for y'all. Okay, on yesterday, on X, I did a poll, right? And the poll said, it says, do you believe Dennis Allen will get the Saints issues fixed? 1,141 people took this poll. 87% said no. 13% said yes. 1,147 people took this. 87% of them said that he can't fix it. I think we all just understand, right? We all understand that he can't do it. Like, he'll probably, like I said, because Pete Carmichael or Pete Slawmichael is so bad, it kind of takes the spotlight off of him. And this is what, I was afraid of. Finding scapegoats. Pete Carmichael, as long as he is a part of this staff, is Dennis Allen's scapegoat. So if the Saints don't end up making the playoffs or they lose a bunch of games, oh, it's not my fault, it's Pete Carmichael. Well, let me ask you this. Who the hell is the coach? And who had the opportunity when the Carolina Panthers beat the New Orleans Saints with Sam Darnold throwing for what, 47 yards? Who was that, right? Because the offense couldn't produce any points. You had an opportunity. You decided that you wanted to bring Eric Bieniemy in for a dog and pony show, or any other offensive coordinator, basically just for, just to say that you did it. You doubled down on this. You had a choice, and you chose Pete Carmichael. So you can make it seem like, oh, it's his fault. No, it's your fault. It's your fault. So I can't accept that. And if the Saints bring this dude back, I think I pretty much found out what I need to know. Dennis Allen is not running the show, it's Mickey Loomis. Because there is no freaking way that a guy is 17 and 39 as a head coach has 2 years to prove himself with a plethora of offensive weaponry, and you still can't muster up a playoff team with a very simplistic schedule, according to schedule makers, and you still can't get the job done. If they bring this dude back, it is not Dennis Allen running the show. It's Mickey Loomis. And maybe Mickey Loomis feels, maybe he feels empowered because Sean Payton brought so much success to the New Orleans Saints and he got so much cachet that he felt like Sean can do anything that he wants. And he kind of played the background. So maybe by having a lame duck coach in Dennis Allen makes Mickey Loomis feel empowered. So the empowerment that he hasn't felt probably maybe 11 seasons, because Sean Payton's shadow was so big that he had to play the background. So maybe by having a lame duck coach or a puppeteer coach in Dennis Allen, maybe Mickey Loomis is finally getting the attention, and maybe he's just excited about being in the kitchen, being able to cook up whatever he wants without Sean Payton dipping his hand in his pot. Maybe that's it. But let's go to Josh. Josh, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, TJ?
Hey, how you doing, man? What you got for us tonight?
Well, I know the Saints need to make some cuts, so I actually think that I can help them out. I got my scissors right here. They can borrow my scissors for Pete Carmichael. Let's make some cuts here, guys. But no, I've been doing a lot.
To the no, hell to the no.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Josh. Hey, I'm the dad, man. I'm the dad. I got the dad jokes, man. You can't come in with dad jokes now. But no,
Yeah,
go ahead,
I know, man. I know, but I had my scissors on my table because I was using it, so why not? But I've been doing a lot of thinking since yesterday, and I no longer blame Pete Carmichael. You want to hear why?
Why is that?
Think about what we know about the conversation that took place between Pete Carmichael and Saints management at the beginning of last year. Pete Carmichael said he wanted to leave. They begged him to stay, right? So then he said, okay, I'll stay, but I want to be in a lesser position like a quarterback's coach, line coach, whatever it is he said he wanted to do, right?
Right.
But they pushed at him, no, you have to be an OC, man. Did you do it for us? And so Pete, I think, is taking this job out of loyalty to them. I think Pete knows darn well he's in over his head. I think he doesn't want the job, but I think he feels forced into it. So I do believe that this is I don't hate Pete. I'm not mad at Pete no more because I really think that he knows he's in over his head. I wouldn't doubt if he's calling the office every week like, dude, give Joel Thomas a chance. Give Curry a chance. Have me do something else. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't even seem like he really wants the job even now, does he? So I feel like this isn't even Pete's fault. This is the position Pete was put in, a position he didn't want because he probably knows he's not capable of it. And we are where we are because of Saints management. So I think you're onto something here, but I think that none of this is really Pete's fault, because if it's Pete's fault, then Pete would have been like making a pitch like, yeah, I'm a great offensive coordinator. Just give me a chance. But that's not the pitch Pete made. He tried not to be an OC.
That's a very, very, very good point. That's a very good point. And I don't have a rebuttal for that. I mean, that's a great point. Like, you have to look at the fact that this guy did not want the job. And Josh, you got to ask the question, why would you try to bring a guy in who don't want a job? Like, think about this, Josh. Think about all of the different coaches that wish they could get opportunity to be an offensive coordinator. Hell, you have one in the building right now in Ronald Curry, as I like to call him, Hot Boy Ronald, right? I mean, you got him in the building right now. And Josh, you have a lot of people that will say stuff like, well, Where's his where's his background about play calling? And all, like every coach in the National Football League. The reason why yeah, exactly. Every coach in the National Football League has been given an opportunity for you to know how good they are. So when you talk about Kyle Shanahan, you talk about the Cliff Kingsburys, you talk about the Ben Johnsons, we talk about those guys because they were given opportunities. So give Ronald Curry an opportunity in order to prove that he can call plays. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Your team average 15 points a game. Oh, my bad. It already happened. You know what I'm saying? What? I mean, I don't know. Go ahead, Josh.
Well, I was personally leaning more towards Joel Thomas than Ronald Curry, just because I think what Joel Thomas has, it's very obvious that Pete doesn't know what he's doing with his running game. So I think a lot of our running game success over the last however many years is due to Joel Thomas's planning and stuff. But I have no problem with Ronald Curry either. I'd rather have Joel Thomas, but if Ronald Curry wants to take over the duties, I'm very helpful for that, and I welcome him in. Now I don't. I know the YouTube comment section isn't the best place to get information, but there were a lot of comments in the different Saints blogs on YouTube last night that got me a little bit thinking and a little bit excited. Okay. And a lot of them just said basically something to the extent of we promote Curry to offensive coordinator and we get rid of Pete. We should think about calling either Tom Brady or Drew Brees as a quarterback's coach. I would love to have either. I think both of them would do an excellent. Have Tom Brady would be the greatest. He's basically been a second coach out there for the last 10 years anyway.
Yeah.
And I know you don't have necessarily all the confidence in Brees as a quarterback's coach, but he would deserve a shot. But what do you think, Tom? How do you think Tom Brady would do? I feel like he would do well. Not that he's coming, but I mean, hypothetically.
I mean, I think look, like I said, I mean, it would be hypocritical of me to say, every coach that we find out is good was given opportunity. So, I mean, if they want to do it, I feel like, you should give them an opportunity. But I also just feel like, I mean, even if Pete Carmichael stays the offensive coordinator and Ronald Curry calls the plays, this is what I feel. I think Pete Carmichael's biggest issue is being able to call plays throughout the ebbs and flows of the game.
Yeah, he doesn't adjust. He can't adjust.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, like, I think Pete Carmichael is a really good game planner. And I think that, like, I think what made him so successful was he was probably the guy that saw things that maybe Sean Payton and Drew Brees didn't have time to look for. So he was able to pull tape and all that kind of stuff from.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, plays back in the day and stuff like that. And that's where he probably took up his time. So he was probably being able to, like, man, back in 2010, man, we ran this play right here, and I think it'll work for this particular moment. But when you're the offensive coordinator, you don't have that type of time. So I feel like if you do that with Ronald Curry, he can go back to being, I'm talking Pete Carmichael, he can go back to doing what he's been doing. And, and I think they'll find more success because he'll have more time to be able to do research on the things that he doesn't have time for as of right now being a coordinator.
Well, I was thinking about this last night, TJ. You're still a WWE wrestling fan, right?
Oh, absolutely, man.
So you're familiar with Vince McMahon, and the thing people say about Vince McMahon more than anything is that he's not necessarily great at coming up with storylines. What he's great at is when you come up with a storyline as a writer or as a wrestler or whatever,
right?
He's great at taking a look at it and then making little tweaks here and there to make it perfect. And that's probably what Pete Carmichael is good at too, right? Somebody else comes up with the game plan and Pete says, okay, this would be great, but just move this piece over here. And that's probably why Sean kept him around. So he's like Pete Carmichael's like a Vince McMahon almost. But like everything else you said, I'm in agreement with. I think we're probably, and Chosen, who came before us, came before me. By the way, many are called, but few are chosen. Kingston. Yeah. Few are chosen. Kingston.
Exactly.
But I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, I agree with everything you said. We're probably going to go out and drop a big offensive game next week and then sneak it up the next 3 weeks after that. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. It's so predictable at this point. And I wish I had more positive news for you, but I just don't. We've got a great backfield, and
we got it. Look, Saints have all the weapons in the world to be one of the most potent offenses in all of football. Like, seriously, I'm look, I might take some scrutiny for saying this, but I honestly feel like this collection of New Orleans Saints offensive weaponry, you can make an argument to say that if it was a prime Drew Brees and Sean Payton, they probably would be one of the most. They'll probably play like the Dolphins. Like, they'll probably look like the Miami Dolphins. Like, seriously, I feel that with this collection of athletes and players, I feel like this might be the best collection of talent they've had, even, during the Sean Payton, Drew Brees era, if they put it all together. Like, seriously, man, like, every last one of these dudes are capable of going over 100 yards. Shaheed, Olave, Juwan Johnson. I mean, all of them are. So it's like, my dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can get out of your own way, this team can be one of the most explosive in the league. But I digress. But Josh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the call, and call back anytime, man.
Hey, can I just say something real quick, TJ?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay, so this is shameless self-promotion, but I started another TikTok that's gaining traction. I just want to tell people about it. It's called Ask a Bum at ASKABUM. And what it is, and this is how I'm like raising money for grad school. I answer questions about my former life as a homeless man and how I work my way out of it and everything like that. And I answer questions about like just things that happen in my life in the streets and stuff like that. And people ask me questions, and I just basically answer them with TikTok videos. So, I hope you don't mind me plugging that real quick.
Go ahead, man.
And so I want your opinion of it too, by the way, your personal opinion when you get a chance.
Yeah, I'll make sure I check it out, man. Like I said, everything that you've been through, man, it's a success story, and a lot of people need to hear your story because it's motivational. It can be inspirational, man. So continue to do what you've been doing, man, and focus on, trying to, teach people, about situations that you've been through and the things that you learned in order for them to be better people, man. And I think it'll work out. But I appreciate it, Josh, man. Thank you so much for chiming in, and good luck with everything, man.
Thank you, TJ.
Bye. All right, take care. Yeah, man. Look, if you got a story to tell, and it can inspire somebody, please do. I'm sorry for the people that's been waiting, man, but we might, have to pick it up next time. I'm about to go over to the channel, NFC South versus the NFL. You can actually go to, I want to make sure I'm telling you right. You go to youtube.com and you'll be able to check it out. And those that are in the chat right now, I actually put the link down there. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in there right now. So I'm going to be over there talking a little bit about the first half of the season, talking about the New Orleans Saints. So if you enjoy the content, man, I kind of, been kind of chill, even kill right now, because I'm pretty sure probably over there, I'm probably going to be a little bit more vocal because I'm, still upset about the way that this slaw team looking right now, looking absolutely pathetic, and it's very, very frustrating as a Saints fan to watch this. Like, this is like, it'll be one thing if the Saints aren't really that good, right? It'll be understandable. Like, that's just not our year. But when you see all the talent that they have on there and they can't get these guys to football, how can you not give Alvin Kamara the ball in space? How can you not get the ball down the field and move the chains with a guy like Michael Thomas? How can you not be able to take the top off the defense with talents like Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave? Like, it is mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. But like I said, man, I do apologize to all the people, that's want to chime in. I'm pretty sure they're going to open up the phone lines over there on that channel. So I apologize for this, but we're going to go ahead and end the show pretty soon. So I do apologize for that. So I'm asking people that's holding right now, they can call back. Crushing says, can I call by any chance? Yeah, we're about to end the show because coming up at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to go over to the NFC South versus NFL channel. Like I said, I put the link down in the comments for those that those that want to know what the channel is. I'm alongside my guys Mike and DJ. Mike is a Carolina Panthers fan, and also DJ, he's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, man. But they really two really good dudes, man. So I think that y'all enjoy the content. I enjoy like actually just sitting down, chopping it up with these guys. So you go to youtube.com. I wanted to make sure I get this right. youtube.com, search Big Talk Sports. For all those that can't get it, get the link in the comments, probably watching this. You go to youtube.com, all right? Search Big Talk Sports. So you'll be able to check that out. So I'm asking Who Dat Nation, you're not doing anything, please come on over. I need your support. I need you all to kind of come through and show some support, man. I really appreciate that. I'm going to read a few comments, and then we'll go ahead and get up out of here, man. We'll go ahead and get up out of here. So Chosen says, TJ, we still eating off that Eli Apple disc. I'm still getting mentions about that. Well, you know, I mean, Eli Apple, I think he suffered an injury a couple weeks ago, man. So, but yeah, I mean, look, Eli Apple, I don't know, man. The guy, he believes in himself. That's a plus, right? You know, but we all know what the deal is. Jay says, ask a bum is a great idea. Might as well get paid. Let's see. Alpha Sports says Gruden still thinks nothing was wrong when he sent nude pictures of cheerleaders to other teams. Look, all I'm saying is, you know, things done got bad when a guy can make racist comments and you still got Saints fans hoping that he come through. Like it done got bad, man. It's really bad. Like when you got people out here with racist rhetoric and you still want them on there, you know, like it's pretty bad here. But I just think that nothing's really going to change. I feel like they should go with hot boy Ronald Curry. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, it's already pretty bad. So hopefully, you know, they can make the right decisions, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it, because I'm starting to feel like Dennis Allen ain't the one pulling the strings. Is Mickey Loomis. Like, there's no way that a coach is going to sit up there and just when your job is on the line, like basically, like people are disgusted at your head coaching performance. And yet you still sitting up there like super conservative, being passive, trying to cut off the media for them asking questions that everybody wants to know. Like, come on, man. Miss me with that joint right there. But anyway, once again, I put the link down there. Go to youtube.com, search Big Talk Sports. We're about to go over there, talk a little bit about the NFC South. So if you're not doing anything, once again, the link is in the comments. Hope to see you all over there to discuss the Saints and other NFC South teams. Thank you all so much. Previous episodes available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM. You can also follow me on X at TJAYJones8. Really do appreciate your time. Make sure you check out the State of the Saints podcast on HNSN. All right, HNSN. Download the app. Every Wednesday, the State of the Saints podcast exclusive episode is available by downloading the HNSN app. See you guys over on the next channel. For those that can't come over, have a good night, morning, whenever you're checking out this podcast. And like always, all I got to say is, who dat?
Hey, don't let these tears fool you. It's all dog around this mug. I'm good.